Yep.
Interesting. So circling back to the NI, one of the other things I did want to talk about when it comes to the difference
Hmm.
between either us or any NI and NE. I actually wanted to use that mountain or that history example. You know exactly what I'm talking about. We had that one
Oh,
conversation.
oh my
I don't know if you
God.
can explain it better than
See, I
me.
might cry again. I'm like, I felt that tears well up about the puppy. So if I start crying, I'm gonna have to, quick dab the makeup. But like,
Can you summarize what happened there? Because like I
okay,
remember that conversation and I was like, what? Like,
I can ST report. I got this. All right.
yeah, yeah, go for it.
All right. So basically, I was having a conversation with Prem, and he asked me about like, things that are like relate to my FI and things that get me emotional and where I feel that. And I was talking about how we went to Philadelphia this past summer for 4th of July, and we went to the church that
Mhm.
like Ben Franklin used to go to church at. And we saw where he was originally interred, and we got to see all of these incredible historical places. And I realized as I'm walking on that cobblestone street in old Philadelphia, and I'm just overwhelmed with like, they were just like us. As far back, all the way back then, people have never changed. They were just like us. And they were had a different culture, sure. They had different norms, but at the end of the day, they were people just trying to get by and make a better world. And like, that's just so beautiful that's forever and it never stops. And I related it to how I get that way about we went to these mountains, and we also went to Colorado this year, and we went to this mountain, and I'm standing on the mountain, I'm looking out on the view, and I'm realizing how many people, like, this mountain has gone through so much with all of the erosion and everything, and we're standing on it today. How many people have looked out on this view and felt the majesty of how beautiful this earth is. Like, that's just like huge. That's amazing. And that's just something that people are still doing that, and they're going to do it 1,000 years from now. They're going to go on mountains and feel the majesty of the world. Like, that's just beautiful to me. That's beautiful that that's a thing that humans do, is we keep doing that thing. That's what humans are like. It's like, it gives me really deep humanity feels and like universal connection with everybody when I realize that we're all the same that way, that we all have our things that we love and give us these overwhelming feelings of joy and excitement. That's just like, yes, even if we're a different type, even if we're totally different cultures, there are things that we all have in common. And it's that feeling when you stand on top of a mountain that was a bitch to climb, and you see how gorgeous the view is. Like, oh, I'm gonna have a drink of water. I'm having all these feelings. I gotta go consume.
Yeah. You know,
gotta go consume. Too
yeah,
much feelings.
yeah. And what's funny about that, like, and I'm gonna be the biggest buzzkill right now. I
I know.
remember
Go for
when
it.
we had that conversation, and even when you're talking about it now, I'm listening to it and I'm like, I don't relate at all. Like, it was one of those things where I'm like, oh yeah, like that's what I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, yeah. Jesus Christ, Reggie. What the hell?